It's almost that time, folks. Time to break out the turkey, the cranberry, the dressing, candied yams, the fisticuffs. I don't know. Sometimes that happens during Thanksgiving, and I want to hear your horror stories. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Video Call-In Show, that show that invites you to be a live video guest on this program. All you've got to do is point your, this is all you have to do is, what? Oh, okay. So that's how we're playing this game tonight. All you've got to do, point your browser to zoom.us, click on join a meeting, enter in that meeting number when it asks for it. There's another link just like it down in the description on YouTube. You will show up in my green room and I will bring you up one at a time, first come, first serve, as time allows. My name is Jim and I am your host of the Video Call-In Show, and I welcome you all. Thank you so much for being here. Tonight's subject, of course, is Thanksgiving nightmares. Yes, we all have them. Oh, could be just simply what I say last night. Aunt Sheila. No, it wasn't Aunt Sheila. Aunt Edna. Let's just call her Aunt Edna. Smoking profusely over the turkey and the dressing as it's being fixed. Ashes being thrown into the food without her knowledge. I don't know. Is it Uncle Steve who insists on smoking those smelly ass cigars right in the living room and moving right into the dining room with them? Is it a fight over the kids' table? There's always some tweens that are so ready to be at the adult table. They can't stand it. Yet, what happens? They get relegated to the kids' table and they are not happy about it. What else might happen? Why, you might... some fool is going to bring up politics or religion, and that's never a good combination with what Ghana says, alcohol. No, Thanksgiving is actually a time for reflection, for thanks. We all like to think about what we are thankful for. But all too often, which is really the meme, if you will, from years and years and years of hundreds of years of Thanksgivings, because this is celebrated in several different countries. We all know this is from the U.S. We know it as a day of thanks and a sacrifice, kind of a blessing for the harvest the preceding year. And in doing so, we feed ourselves silly with that harvest. Nowadays, we simply go to the grocery store, we pick up what we need, and of course, that makes it to the table. But back in the day, when people were growing their own food and had to fend for themselves, it was a true time for celebration. Imagine, if you will, if the crops hadn't come in and there was no Whole Foods, there was no Kroger down the street. Yeah, you'd be shit out of luck with up creek without a paddle, and I did not wear that hat tonight. Let's do this real quick. Again, this is a video call-in show. You guys can call in to talk about whatever you want to, and if that sounds like something you're interested in, by all means, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. And if you're watching on a different platform, make sure you follow. And if you want to share, then by all means share. That is the greatest compliment you can give to a creator. The indicator that you like their content so much that you're willing to share it with your tribe, and it's always appreciated. So we've got so far we've got crap my dad makes me watch. That is a mouthful. You'd think it was stuffed full of oh so yummy turkey. Dark meat is my thing. But crap, my dad makes me watch. How you doing, Adam? Good to see you. American Gold Prospectors, welcome to the show. We've got Emma Blackrose. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. We've got Above and Beyond Drones. How are you, my friend? Ghana, always nice to see you. Thanksgiving. You're absolutely right about that. Pixel Pia, teaching and learning. Good to see you. Welcome. Patty Broussard, I hope you're not as busy as you were before. Good to see you, hon. Jesse Mendez, hello to you, my friend and brother. Good to see you guys. Isn't this funny? I guess it's working okay. Awesome. So I'll just forge ahead, if you will. I also see Brandon Jackson. How are you, Brandon? Good to see you. And Luke Duke, Outdoors, fellow Hoosier. How you doing, Luke? Welcome. Awesome Epic Adventures. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. That's interesting. I know Awesome Epic Adventures is from the Down Under. We're probably going to see Brad from Drone Kings in Darwin as well. Tell us, if you would, about your Thanksgiving in the chat if you don't decide to come on the show. I'd love to hear about that. I didn't do too much research on what might, if there's any similar holidays to that, but it would be very interesting, I'm sure, for everyone. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you have those horror stories that we all hear so much about? I've got to be honest. I literally have to be honest. My Thanksgivings, of which I've had many, as you can tell, have been somewhat benign. I mean, we're all very nice to one another. It's great to get together. There he is. There's Brad. How you doing, Drone Kings and Darwin? I did miss your comment, man. I'm sorry about that. I don't think my compiler is on the same page as Ubis Tubis is, but that is the danger of doing it that way. That's why I've got both of them open. If you see me looking up and down, that's exactly why I'm doing it. I'm trying to cover all bases. I love when it works because I know that when folks comment from the other platforms, I'm going to see them. Well, here we go now. G'day, Drone Kings, Darwin. Our comment was this, well, put the turkey on your... I got my turkey on. I absolutely got my turkey on tonight. You didn't think I was going to go tonight without having my turkey on the hat. That's about as far as I go, though. Well, except for my thumbnail. Did you guys like that thumbnail? So Brandon Jackson says, in my country, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but I don't mind coming on the show. Awesome. Fine. That's cool. That's cool. You can tell us all about another family gathering that might have been a bit uncomfortable. Let's say, let's just leave it at uncomfortable. Oh, it was a great one. Hope. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. Oh, the wonders of Photoshop. The wonders and I just love that. So in Australia, we all go to, what is Burnings? I'm sorry, I'm reading, and I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. So Bunnings, Bunnings, and have a sausage. Yeah, and if you don't want to come up and tell me about your horror stories, because it is tomorrow and your family just might see you, then just tell me what you're thankful for. We'll just go with that. Since I don't think I'm going to have a show tomorrow night. If I have a show tomorrow night, it will certainly be spur of the moment, because who knows how much alcohol I'm going to have. Milk the lactating pigeons. I have no idea what you mean by that, Ghana. I'm going to tell you what I'm thankful for, but since I don't have any of those horror stories, I'm going to tell you what I'm thankful for. Well, first and foremost is my wife and family. My immediate family is some of the best that one could ask for, and I'm truly blessed for that. The other things that oh yes, that was a kind of a derivative, a Mr. Bean derivative, but no, I don't. I'm not going to put a bird on my head any more than this guy, because I got this show, yeah, the drug show. That, well, it wouldn't be the first time, Brad. It wouldn't be the first time. Back in the day when I had no one listening, there were several shows that I did while intoxicated. In fact, I think I've told this story before. The first time I ever had people in the chat, there was about 6 or 7 people in the chat. I was drinking and I was just rambling and talking about nothing. And I shut down the show and I look over and I see that there are people in the chat and they're all going, look at us, recognize us. It's probably some of you guys. I wouldn't doubt that at all. And if it was, let me know. I can't even remember what show that was. So what did I do? I immediately went back online and I had 0 watchers. So I apparently got picked up for a very short time during a a drunk rant, for lack of a better term. And then boom, all gone. Hello, Chrissy. How you doing? I saw you were in here earlier. Outdoorsy gal. Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. Nugget Brain Peterson's here as well. Besides the horror stories ended years ago with my ex, and that was a horror story by itself. I hear you, Nugget Brain. I can't believe I just said that. I hear you, Nugget Brain. There's something seriously wrong with that. I do have some horror stories, but I'm not going to go into them right now. Sometimes just horror stories just come to you. Sometimes in remembrance, sometimes you think they're coming up. But you know, like I said, they're not. And what else I'm thankful for? Before I bring up my first guests, I'm gonna finish this thought if it kills you. So my immediate family, I'm thankful for my granddaughter that she's happy and healthy. I'm thankful that my father's still alive and he's happy. Beer Tech Guy, how you doing? Good to see you. Susan Hamilton, welcome back to the show. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. I'm rambling incoherently. I've got 3 people in the wings, so I'm going to call you guys up here in a minute. So don't fret about that. But I want to finish this. I'm thankful that I get to spend my evenings with you guys, and that sounds trite, but it's absolutely true. It is absolutely true. I am thankful for each one of you that decide to come in and watch this show. I can't tell you how much. And it's so much so that I had to put a whole lot of thought into not having a show tomorrow night because my Thursday nights are a regular, but I do have to have time off every once in a while. And actually I have a lot of work to do as well, but there is that Thanksgiving thing coming up and I gotta cut loose. So I'm going to sit with family. I'm going to kick back and have a few beers. And I don't think it's fair to you to have a drunk Jim any more than, and there's like 3 or 4 shows of mine out there. If you want to see a drunk Jim, just go watch some of those. But yeah, I'm just not going to do that to you guys. So all right, so without further ado, oh, do you hear it? Is it too loud? Is that background music too loud? Let me know. I've turned it down, but I changed it from last night because I didn't save the settings, and I just want to make sure I don't listen to it because it breaks my concentration. I just know it adds a little bit and keeps from being stale. Hey, where's Danny Black? How you doing, Danny? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, so sorry I don't have any horror stories, but hey, we can't all have horror stories. Well, actually we can, can't we? That's not at all true. So like I said, if you don't have a horror story, come on up and tell me just what you're thankful for. That'd be cool. If I have a show tomorrow night, I should say, let's say I don't decide to drink too much, and yes, live drunk. Who knows? I'm not going to rule it out. I'm just not going to schedule one. If I do, then I'm going to absolutely ask everyone, what is it that they're thankful for? So you can come up tonight and tell me, or you can come up tomorrow night. It doesn't matter to me. I am okay either way. And I saw yellow stream there. Oh, don't you do this to me tonight, interwebs. Okay. We'll wait for him to come back to the camera. But for now, I'll ramble on a bit more. You guys doing okay? I hope you guys are doing okay. Is that Emmanuel Goffey? How you doing, Emmanuel? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yes, it is. I see him. Absolutely. Good to see you, Emmanuel. Hey, Danny, I don't think Toby was that was Ed, and of course he apologized later because he didn't know who Toby was. And but I don't think Ed shut him out. If Ed shut him out, I'll make sure that Toby has a seat at the adult table, at least the kids table, but certainly the adult table. So if you know where he's at, let me know and bring him back up. Can't wait for you anymore there, bud. Did I see another? Uh, did I see someone from another platform that I missed? I hope not. Oh, it was Ghana. Okay, good. All right, Sammy, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. So we'll call you up a little later if we can. But for now I got to change this and do that and all kinds of fun stuff. Hello? Is this April 1st? Please tell me this is not April 1st, because this is number 2. This is numero dos.
Hello there, Jim.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Was I the first in line?
No, Sammy was. I was sitting there waiting for Sammy, and all I saw was his background. So he obviously got pulled away and wasn't able to join the show. So I hung out with him for a while. I rambled as long as I could, and then I said, "Well, Sammy, I'll come back to you, man."
Sounds like some of those shows that you were talking about before you pulled them up.
Oh man, I could go on for hours about that. Well, I hope you've got a. Well, no, I mean that sounds horrible. But are you? Let me put it this way: are you here to tell us about a Thanksgiving nightmare?
Well, I mean, I guess I have one. It's not really a nightmare, but for a little kid who doesn't know what the heck is going on, yeah. So I was at my uncle's house, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is so much food. This is like one whole freaking serving for me. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm getting so excited, and I have a glass plate in my hand. And I'm like 8 whenever this happens, and I dropped it, and there was glass everywhere.
Oh, embarrassing to be sure.
So yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, it was interesting.
Interesting. That's a mild way to put it.
I say that all the way. It puts so much dramaticness into it whenever you just say it was interesting.
I would argue that it takes the steam out. That was interesting. No, I want to hear. Oh, I was devastated. All eyes were on me. Aunt Jean, that's who it was, who was smoking over the turkey. Aunt Jean had a had a piece of glass in her teeth, and Uncle Bob spilled his beer all over her dress, and the dryer was broken. Those are the sort of things I want to hear about.
You say that she was smoking over the turkey. I have a feeling she was smoking the turkey with her cigarettes.
Oh yeah, well it was.
You always have that one family member who would do that. Who's going to smoke the turkey with their cigarettes.
Yeah. Well, or at least give the family a taste of ashes. All those.
Yeah.
which smokers and non-smokers alike just can't stand. It makes you avoid the pudding for sure, but oh, I mean that was the old thing, right? Where because back in the day, now Easton, you're probably too young for this, but I can so remember being in a house just full of smoke, and I mean full, and it wasn't because the turkey was burning. This was because everyone and their brother smoked, and it was just a cloud in there. And as a kid, it was awful, right? As you can imagine.
Yeah.
But it was what it was. And this is in the kitchen too. So, and I can remember this to this day, watching one of my relatives. I'm not gonna point fingers over the bird with a cigarette hanging out of their mouth, and they had more ashes than cigarette left, and it left the cigarette, only to be found later on someone else's plate. So that's. I said I don't have any horror stories, but that is one I just remembered. So yes, that does happen. Well, it did.
See, I'm very fortunate that nobody in my family smokes. The only one that I can think of passed away years ago.
Oh,
That was my grandpa. There's a family friend who I consider family who does, but he's trying to quit. So
oh, good
I
for him.
literally, I think that I don't think there's anybody in direct family that I see a lot. Now that I'm talking about this, I can think of a few, but
Yeah,
I'm very fortunate to not have to put up with that a lot.
that is good.
I
That
know,
is good.
I know some kids who their family, everybody and their cousin smokes, and they go to school and they open up their backpack. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's like a haze machine
Oh,
in
and
a
it
mega church.
smells
Oh my
horrible.
gosh, I know.
Problem is, when you're a smoker or you live with smokers, you don't even notice it. You
Yeah.
literally don't even notice it unless you've been gone for a good long time and you come back, somewhere clean. You come back to it and it's like, oh my God, is that awful? But yeah, I like I said, you know me, I was a smoker for many years, and once I started doing these, which was about 10 years ago, I never looked back. But there's zero smell associated with these, and it's just so much less intrusive. But man, do I remember those days. But you didn't know. You didn't even think about it. Hell, we smoked in our cars, and I can remember after I'd quit a couple times and go looking for cars and wow, this smells good. Or you go to a car that somebody's been I don't know, making cigarettes inside of, and and the smell is just unbelievable. Slaps you in the face.
Yeah. By the way, I like your hat.
Oh, thank you very much. It's not the first time I wore it, actually. The turkey. Of course, I love the turkey hunt, so this is actually what the patch represents. I didn't have anything else, and I wasn't going to put a raw turkey on my head.
Oh man, come on, Jim.
I know. Who was in the chat that wanted me to do that? Was that Brandon? I think Brandon
If
Jackson.
If
Yeah.
I would have been here whenever you did that, I would have wanted that too. Hey, you need to write that down for next Thanksgiving or tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you go live, then just come on the show with a turkey on your head.
Yeah, well, with enough adult beverages, I might. But of course, I'm going to have a turkey, and that's probably not going to happen. So I don't know. Who knows what you're going to find on my head tomorrow night if I go live?
Have somebody drive you to Walmart, go get a turkey or a rotisserie chicken or something.
Oh man, wouldn't that be something? Just a small rotisserie chicken, small by comparison, on top of my head. Oh, you're giving me.
Just have like a turkey or a rotisserie chicken ratchet strapped to your head. That would be. Gosh, that would be the best.
Oh well, if I was looking to go viral, I certainly would.
Oh my, you'd have to come up with. You would totally be able to crash Zoom on the Sunday panels with that.
If I decide to continue with panels, I'm seriously considering dropping panels as part of the format. It's just too hard to get into a good conversation like you and I are having right now, and I hope to have with the next three guests. It's really hard to do on a panel, and and I always shut that down, feeling like just I don't know if that was a good show or not. So I don't know.
I'm not criticizing you in any way because I'm not meaning that any offense in this. I don't personally join the Sunday streams just because there's so many people in there. Which if you ever get 100 people in there, that's gonna be crazy. But,
well, that's not going to happen. A couple shows ago, I actually said, look, I'm going to limit it now. We're not going to try to break this thing because somebody's already taken up that torch and decided to run with it. And I thought, okay, you can have it. Because it is just utter chaos. So my idea is if I decide to continue to do it, and I'll probably do another one this Sunday, but the idea is to limit it to about 6 to 9 people, and base it around a subject, which is what I've tried to do a couple times. Worked once or twice, but I'm still working on it. I'm still thinking about it. Yeah. But I agree with you. It's really tough to have too many people on a panel.
So the Friday morning streams you used to do?
Yeah.
How come you quit those?
Oh, I wasn't getting the audience that I thought I would. I think it was bad timing. A better time probably would have been about I don't know, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, because that would have
Yeah.
been evening for those right across the pond, like in Europe. Um, it was always in the middle of the day, like right before they got off work, and it was a pain for me. And then, but middle of the day Friday doesn't work for me, so I just thought, I'm just going to drop it for now.
Yeah.
I may pick it back up someday. Who knows?
Yeah. What I would do, me and Sammy were talking about this either today or yesterday. Oh, my mom's coming.
That's okay. If you got to go, you got to go. You just let me know. And
oh, she's just bringing my dog in here. 1 second.
okay, we got to hurry up anyway because I got to get 3 people in the next half hour. So, quick point.
I don't remember what I was saying, but if you want to go ahead and bring those people up there, then I can go ahead and get off here. Otherwise, I'll ramble on like you were talking about in those other shows.
Well, you said something about Sammy, and you were talking about something.
Oh yeah, we were talking about. Actually, I still don't remember exactly what I was gonna say, but
That's okay. That's okay. We can pick it up some other time, bud.
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks. Thanks so much, Easton. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, you'll get over that plate drop. Have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow, by the way.
You too. Have a great evening.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's yeah, I embellished on that one. There are worse, of course, maladies or maladies. That's not even the right word. Where the hell did I get that one? There are worse incidences that have happened during Thanksgiving, but it is all about your perception. And you happen to be the center of that attention, that's going to seem like the worst thing ever. All right, let's try. Oh my Lord, let's try Sammy again here. Sammy, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. Don't make it sound like you're on another planet, but how you doing, man?
Good. Were you trying to get me before?
Oh yeah. I sat on your feed for about 5 minutes, and then I moved on. I ran out of things to say, if you can believe that.
I was getting some water.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So, Sammy, what kind of Thanksgiving nightmares have you run into?
None so far.
None so far. Well, that's good. That is absolutely good. Hello, Spirit Vox Paranormal Dundee. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Diane SF no. Oh shit. Diane S. Well, somebody help me out with that. Diana SF Ning. I've always had trouble with that. I'm sorry, Sammy.
Yes.
What brings you to the show tonight?
I got my DSLR working.
Sweet. Yeah, I noticed when you're closer to it, it was real clear. It doesn't seem to be focusing on you right now, though.
That better? I think this is better.
There we go.
There's no really light.
Yeah, what's going to help that a lot is light on your face, because then.
Is that better?
Yeah, a little harsh, but yeah, that's going to bring it into focus. Yep.
I don't have my light, little light that I love.
Oh yeah.
Each photo. I went there, got this $85. Amazing, but I need to charge the battery.
Ah yes.
Yeah.
Well, looks good, man. Looks good.
I really love Thanksgiving.
You love what?
And I heard your story. I hope you don't get drunk tomorrow.
Well, nothing says I'm going to get drunk, but the 8-ball that I used this morning says that the outlook is good when I asked it if I was going to have a few beers.
Yeah.
I live my entire Sammy, you didn't know this, but I live my entire life based on what the 8-ball shows me. And you guys know what the 8-ball is, right? Oh yeah.
Very interesting.
I ask it all the important questions, and I abide by its wisdom. JK. But thanks, Diana. I'm just having such a problem with the NG, and that's because I'm a Yank and I have trouble with that. It's not something we see every day. Like Jason was on, and but that was NGO. Interesting. You'll have to let me know, Diana. I would love to know the how you pronounce that. Okay, Sammy. What else we got, bud?
I'm excited for Thanksgiving.
Awesome. You love Thanksgiving, you just said.
Yes.
That's cool. What do you love about Thanksgiving?
I think I had a Thanksgiving mishap one. Oh,
yes. Here it comes.
Oh. It was on Thanksgiving morning, and so we usually watch the parade. And this is when I was like young, like 5 or 6. So that means like 2008, 2009, 2011, around then. I had a refrigerator in my basement, and there was candy from Halloween. And I was with some other people in my basement watching the parade, and I was eating a lot of it. And then I was passed out, or not, like I didn't feel well on the rug. So I was on the rug, just sleeping at like 5 p.m. at dinner, and I didn't feel well.
Oh,
and
no.
That was my first cavity that I ever had.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. That sounds like a crash. Sounds like you had a buzz and a crash. Well, it could have been worse, Sammy. You're still with us, and and apparently you still enjoy Thanksgiving. So I'm going to say there was a huge silver lining to that, bud.
Yes. and I hope I don't fall asleep with the turkey and the gravy and all of it.
Oh, with the tryptophan, it's almost impossible. It is almost impossible not to fall asleep after a good turkey dinner. I've found that I actually look forward to that. So.
Oh, but wouldn't the little alcohol wake you up?
No, alcohol is a depressant. So it actually lowers your.
So you're gonna be really excited, just calm, and then when the people say it's what's it called? It's coffee time, because now I know.
Yeah,
when they get older, they need coffee, so and they have more energy. So maybe that's why it's Thanksgiving tradition. You know?
I want you to grow up with this knowledge, Sammy. Coffee does not reduce the effects of alcohol. It only makes the drunk awake. So never ever forget that. It's like when you see it on the movies, oh, get this guy some coffee and he'll be okay. No, that just means the drunk will now be awake.
Oh, I just saw a movie tonight.
Uh-huh.
I forget the name.
Quickly, bud. We've got now I've got 3 more folks in the room.
But the thing was, the guy was drinking coffee. So yeah, and he was getting a little sleepy. But you need to go to your other guest. But I'm happy that my DSLR works now with Zoom.
Yes.
It works. I was using the online version last night, and then I forgot that I had it downloaded, so I just opened it up and it worked.
Awesome, dude. Yeah. Awesome. Well done, Sammy. Well done. And thanks for sharing, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you don't overeat tomorrow, but you get everything that you want to during this wonderful holiday, okay?
Yep.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
And Black Friday.
And Black Friday. If you're into Black Friday, yes, go forth and shop, young man.
Easton has the best birthday on Black Friday.
What?
tomorrow's Easton's birthday.
Oh, it's on Black
No.
Friday. I thought it was today.
Friday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, I thought it was the Friday.
Oh,
I thought it was like the 29th, it said.
yeah. I didn't know what day. I wished him a happy birthday on his unboxing of the stuff you sent him, but I didn't know what day it was. So yeah, that's good. Well, again, happy pre-birthday, Easton. All right, Sammy, I'm gonna move on, bud. I appreciate you being on here, man. Like I said, have a great Thanksgiving. Oh, and he's gone. Oh, you gotta love Sammy. Jumps right off when the timing is right. All right, Brandon, I've got two more guests here, and if I got enough time, I'll bring you up, bud. I think you're wanting to just come on to fill a little bit, even though there is no Thanksgiving over there in the UK. But I'll try to get you on. I want to bring up these folks first. Interesting screen name there, my friend. I honestly think you're literally trying to throw me off.
I wasn't at all.
Adam, how the heck are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm great, man. It has been a long time. I want to say months, dude.
Yeah, might be.
You got to stop being a stranger. Of course, you're always in the chat, which is awesome.
I am always in the chat forever.
Oh, so Easton's birthday is Friday. Cool. Very cool.
Very exciting.
So, Adam, do you have a Thanksgiving nightmare to share?
I do not, Jim. I have to tell you that my Thanksgivings are typically chill. I feel the same way as you do. Like, it's about getting together, and typically we've never had too many problems doing so.
That's awesome.
However, this year,
there's always a however.
this year will be a little different. So typically on a Thanksgiving for the last 12 years, my wife and I go other places, go see family, whatever, and then we cook on Saturday so that we have leftovers and things like that, and we invite friends over and stuff like that. This year we were supposed to do the same. Went out and bought the turkey, bought everything that we needed, and my cousin called and said, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to the pit game." And the pit game was supposed to be at noon, and that wasn't a problem until it got moved until 3:30.
Nice.
So he's like, "Yeah, I won't be there." So now we're like, okay, so our friends aren't coming over. My brother, who lives in Carbondale, Illinois, is currently in St. Louis. His wife just had a baby, but it was premature. So my
Healthy?
wife,
Healthy?
so far she's not eating, but she's gaining weight. So,
Okay, good.
Those are typical preemie problems. So.
Yep. And it's a good sign, when they start gaining weight.
It's an excellent sign.
Yep.
She's doing really well.
Awesome.
So, obviously, with me being sick, I won't be able to see her. But my wife says to me, "Well, why don't we run down?" But I have to work on Friday, and she has to work on Sunday at 3.
Oh man.
And it's 650 miles.
Yeah.
So, my dad is coming over at 10 p.m. on Friday, and we are going to put the kids in the car in their PJs, and I will get in the car in some nice comfy sweatpants and sit in the back seat and sleep with my kids while we drive to 12. Well, it's like 10, but when you have kids, it's 12.
Oh yeah.
To St. Louis, to the Ronald McDonald House, unpack a turkey, which we are going to brine in the car on the way.
Well, at least there will be no lack of movement within that. It will get complete, utter coverage.
And we are, my dad's going to go and spend the day with the baby because he hasn't been down there yet. And my wife will sleep for a little bit because she works overnights. So she'll sleep all day Friday and then get up, we'll have dinner, and then we'll pretty much get ready and go. And, we will be staying until, I don't know, I think we were just talking between 7 and 8 p.m. we have to leave.
Yeah.
start to head back east, spend the night somewhere. I think we're spending the night in Indianapolis actually, and then the rest of the 6 hours to Pittsburgh.
Oh, and you're not going to have enough time to stop and say hello.
No, I won't. No, he seems to be at work at 3 on Sunday.
Right. Well, I don't know if that's so much a horror story as it is, well, because it's a pre-story, but man, that's gonna be tough. But old Dad,
nightmare.
Yeah,
I
Dad.
just went out and we had to make sure that the turkey fit into one of those 5-gallon coolers that you take to put water in.
Yes.
That's how we're gonna grind the turkey on the way.
Nice. Well, I love your resourcefulness.
I won't ever go back now from a brine turkey.
Really?
Never.
See, that's funny. I am such a deep fried turkey guy now.
Well, okay, so that would be the exception to the rule, but like I don't think we're willing to go and invest in everything that you need to do that. But that is, it's second best in my opinion, and well, it's the best in my opinion, but it's much harder to do. You know, a brine, most of the time you just put in a pot in your bathtub and keep it cold and keep it stirred.
That's funny.
We won't have to keep it stirred.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I wasn't even a fan. And fortunately, I don't have to jack with that because my brother-in-law takes care of the. He always cooks 2 turkeys and he deep fries both of them. And oh man, when he started doing that, I said I'll never go back to standard baked turkey.
Yeah, I hear that.
Because wow, is it awesome! Wow,
Yeah.
is it awesome!
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Dad is coming through, man. I know. It's he's got ulterior motives. He wants to be down there too, but he's gonna take one for the team and drive all night. That's awesome.
Well, my wife will drive most of the way, and then my dad, he sleeps like 4 hours a night. So, excuse me, if she gets tired in the morning, he'll pick her up. So.
Very good. Well,
It's going to be a nightmare. Our kids are going to be super pleasant about noon on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
There won't be any fighting in the car.
Oh heavens no. Well, you better have a big Catalina or something where you can sleep in the center and they can sleep on either end. Because together, you know how that is.
We have separate seats, so the second row is separate seats also.
Oh.
So.
Well, I was gonna suggest like a 53 Studebaker, because one, you can get a nice wallowy ride out of it, and it's got a back seat for miles. Keep the kids away from one another. In fact, I've seen both the driver and the front seat occupant sleep as well. So, if you're gonna go down, you might as well go down in style.
Yeah, we're no stranger to these crazy trips, but this one is at 12 hours. I think we're gonna be in St. Louis for less than 12 hours for a 1,300-mile car trip.
Yeah,
which is what that was the name I gave myself.
And you wouldn't even be able to see the baby if you like wear a full mask or anything.
No, she's in NICU. I'm not allowed to go sick at all.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that.
And the boys can't see her at all either.
Yeah, so. They're too young. Yep. They carry around far too many germs. As all kids. Germs. Yeah, they are walking germs. Well, I'm going to wish you luck on this, Adam, because it's going to be a little tough, but I think overall it'll be nice, especially for them. They'll enjoy the sport, right?
I think they're not. Hospitals are very nice, but hospital cafeteria turkey dinner just isn't the same.
No,
it's just not the same. So I think it'll be a good thing when it all washes out. So
good. Well, I'm pulling for you. I'm hoping all these pieces come together and it turns out to be a wonderful trip, dude.
I hope so. We'll honk at you as we drive by.
Oh, please do. What do you be driving? Because I know almost every horn.
All right. Hey, thanks for all you do. I am thankful for you and everything that you do. And have a lovely Thanksgiving.
Same to you, my friend. And thanks for the kind words. You be careful.
All right. Take it easy.
Bye-bye. Oh my! Who else can say that, guys? Who else is gonna try that over Thanksgiving weekend. That's that's gonna be something else. Okay, cool. Thank you, Diana. I will try not to butcher that anymore. That's going to be a fun trip, Adam. I wish you all the luck in the world, man. I really do. Because that can be something else. Who else did I see pop in? Bob Dip, how you doing, man? A number one lurker here. That's fine. If you guys, you guys who are lurking, that's beautiful. I love that. I love when you join the conversation, but there is no requirements to do so. And we've also got Jelly Duck. How you doing, Ahmed? Good to see you, my friend. Hope I haven't missed anybody. If I missed you, make sure you just chat and let me know that you're here again. When I'm with guests, I try to give them my attention, and it can be very, very, very tough. Very tough. I've never tried a brine turkey that I know of. I'm sure I've probably been somewhere that they've done that, but I've never tried that. Now I want to. If Adam